Hi guys, hope you're doing wonderful. We are going live at 111 Irish and UK time. And this live is going to be truly special and life-changing. So I am so excited. I am going to teach something that is very close to my heart. I'm launching something new and I'm going to tell you about it later. But for now, I'm going live at 111 because this is going to be new beginning for every single one of you who will hear this and who will learn this from me. So today is about what are 3 ways how eliminating your inner critic from your mind and from your life can help you multiply your income and multiply your business. You may have heard this already if you have participated in one of my masterclasses, that I've had quite a long journey with confidence and inner critic. You know, when I started with Bob Proctor as a PGI consultant, I didn't hire him initially to multiply my income. I hired him to get over my inner critic. I was battling social anxiety or fear of public speaking or reading for 15 years. I couldn't literally read a paragraph of text in front of people without shaking, shivering, stuttering, and running out the door. And it felt humiliating. You know, I looked around and I saw other people being able to read and speak easily, and I just felt really limited by that fear. Now, what was really interesting is when I was a child or teenager, I loved being in front of people. You know, I loved to entertain. I loved goofing off on stages, pretending to be grandma or grandpa, cracking jokes and making people laugh. I loved reading poems or reciting poems in kindergarten or reading to other children. I loved singing at church. I was very self-expressed. So when that phobia of public speaking and reading started at the age of 15, it really crippled me and it limited me in terms of what I felt I was capable of, what professions I was choosing, and the results that I was accomplishing in life. But here's a cool part. You know, I tried to overcome this phobia for 15 years and I overcame it completely in 3 months only. And that's when I started working with Bob Proctor's self-image or confidence material. And also I hired my relationship coach who taught me deep inner work with my emotional self, my inner child confidence. And I just, you know, within literally 3 months of working with them both, I stood on stage in front of 70 people in the room in Dublin, Ireland, without trace of fear. And also feeling truly connected heart to heart to the audience and discovering my life purpose, that I want every human being like me to feel invincible, because that moment for me was like, oh my God, I can move mountains. If I can conquer that 15-year-old fear of being in front of people and being myself totally at ease and talking about what matters, then I want to help millions of people do the same. Now, that wasn't the end of my journey with Inner Critic, because right after that, I started my business and very quickly I became top Bob Proctor's consultant. But while I was building my business, Inner Critic was creeping back up on a regular basis. You know, my mind would compare me to others in terms of my performance, in terms of how quickly I would achieve my goals or how much I would be making, or how, how quickly I was achieving or to what extent I was achieving my targets. My inner critic would pop up fearing to be fully expressed, for the fear of judgment or criticism, or, my perfectionism was in the way. I need to be ready to launch things. Or I was afraid of rejection, making mistakes while reaching out to people, launching new strategies. And it was slowing me down. It was truly slowing me down. Not to mention, that little voice when maybe you made a mistake, or maybe you didn't achieve your targets that you were hoping for, beating you up, making you feel less than or guilty that you haven't done enough, or you haven't done enough manifestation, or you haven't done enough work in order to create the results that you wanted. So I had a lot of this at the start of my business, and it kept me at 5,000 per month. I could not go past it. You know, I was doing a lot of work. I was doing all the strategies. I was a doer, action taker, but I couldn't go past that 5,000 per month. When I learned to eliminate my inner critic and make it my inner cheerleader, you know, that little voice right now, it actually gives me pep talk. It tells me, Eva, you're a superstar. You've built multi-7-figure business. You have bought multi-7-figure villa. Of course you can deal with this challenge in your business. Of course you can change lives. Of course you can do this. So this is what my inner critic turned into these days. And also I am able to catch it when it shows up and kick it out the window in 5 minutes or less. And currently I'm making multi-7 figures with joy and ease, attracting ideal clients and money with joy and ease. Now, how did eliminating this inner critic help me multiply my income? And it can help you multiply your income. So how many of you recognize these patterns? I want you to give me relate in the chat if this is something that shows up for you. Maybe you find yourself, your mind is comparing you with others. Oh, she can, but I can't. Or look at how quickly she's achieving results and I'm not. Maybe your mind is making you play small. You know, like you're hiding on social media because who do I think I am to speak so boldly by truth? Who's going to listen to me? Or maybe you're undercharging. You know, you should charge more, but you're lowering your prices. Maybe you're not launching certain strategies or reaching out to some prospects for fear of rejection or criticism. Maybe, you know, when you don't hit your targets or you don't enroll the amount of clients you wanted, your mind beats you up and compares you to others. If you relate to this, give me relate in the chat. So this is inner critic in action. And there's many more examples, but these would be the biggest ones that come to me off the top of my head. Now, here's 3 things that happen when this inner critic is on and literally stop you from attracting money and clients in your business. When inner critic is on, number 1, you feel low and you don't feel like taking actions. So when your mind compares you with others or beats you up for underperforming or not achieving whatever you wanted to achieve, then you don't feel like taking actions. You feel like eating bucket of ice cream and watching Netflix. That's what we feel like. And so all this time that you spend with your inner critic on is a time wasted where you could be changing lives with your products or services and attracting money in your business. So when your inner critic is turned into your inner cheerleader, and when you learn to these techniques that catch it and kick it out in 5 minutes or less, you don't slow down. You keep taking actions nonstop and you multiply your income. The second place is when your inner critic is on, if you push yourself to take actions, okay? If you push yourself to take actions, you're taking these actions in a low vibration because your energy, your energetics is lower, right? Because your mind turned itself against yourself, and with that energy, feeling small, feeling not good enough, less than, you're taking actions. Guess what's going to happen? You're not going to enroll clients or not attract money, or your converting events will not create the results or your sales calls that you are hoping for because you're taking actions with your mind turned against yourself. Low vibration, low energy. So again, let's suppose you learn how to turn your inner critic into inner cheerleader permanently, or you learn how to catch it and release it in 5 minutes or less. Guess what? every action that you take is going to be from the most empowered, confident self. And so your actions, your strategies, whether it's sales calls or converting events or webinars or lives, they will have like 10.0 effect. You know, you're actually going to multiply your sales. You're going to multiply your income just because you multiplied your energy. And then number three, this is actually very, very important to know. When your inner critic, and this is actually something that I only learned over past maybe 6 months. I probably silently knew it, but I only learned about it over past 6 months so deeply. Every single time your inner critic is on, your mind blocks your manifestations. So I want you to think about it. Have you ever had a situation where you were affirming, where you were asking universe for a certain amount of clients, certain amount of money, and because, maybe you didn't know at that time, but your inner critic was on, you were comparing yourself with others, you were feeling not good enough, your mind was beating you up for underperforming or whatever, something like that. And the amount of money or the amount of clients that you asked for didn't show up, or maybe less, right? So what I've learned over just recent 6 months, I would say, and I'm really aware, when my inner critic is on, it's rarely on. But if it ever is on, it blocks my manifestations. So I personally do not want my manifestations to be blocked. I want my mind to work for me to attract the amount of clients and money that I want versus against me. So again, just imagine that you learned to turn this inner critic into your inner cheerleader for life. If you learned to catch it, if it shows up, clear it in 5 minutes, your manifestations will not be blocked and you will 4x, like literally you will multiply attracting clients and money without working harder. This is a technique that will literally create a quantum leap in your results in terms of money and client attraction because you changed your psychology. And you can actually learn how to do this in 4 weeks or less. So here's how you can learn this with me if you would like to. As I said at the start of this video, this principle has changed my life. And ever since I learned how to turn my inner critic into my inner cheerleader and how to eliminate it in 5 minutes or less and also become aware when it's showing up, my results multiplied. I went from 5,000 per month to 50,000, scrapping 25% of my working hours, and then to multi-7 figures without working harder. It's all through mindset and manifestation techniques of 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs. And one of the big ones, I would actually say, it's like the base of your success is your confidence, right? So that inner voice should be your inner cheerleader and not inner critic. And also you should have a toolbox to be able to catch it. If it ever shows up, get rid of it in 5 minutes or less. So if you love this, give me thumbs up if you enjoyed this live and you're picking up aha moments. Here's an opportunity that I would love to invite you from the bottom of my heart to. I'm going to teach, first time ever live, I'm going to teach a brand new 4-week course on how you can turn your inner critic into your inner cheerleader and eliminate it in 5 minutes or less. And this is our course called Confidence Accelerator. It's a 4-week, brand new live 4-week course for entrepreneurs like you who would love to develop rock solid confidence in yourself and your business in 4 weeks or less. And we are actually starting tomorrow, which I'm super, super excited about. I've been receiving downloads, inspirations every single day to teach you things that I've never taught before. And it's going to be life-changing. I know every person who takes part in this course with me will multiply your income, will attract clients and money with joy and ease. It's going to be phenomenal. We also have only few early bird spots left. So you definitely want to join us if this resonates with you and you see how doing this work with me will help you multiply your income and attract clients with ease. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about what's inside the course. Again, I know I was sharing about it maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, but I am like a new person since then, because every time I'm inspired to launch something, I receive upgrades, closer to the course. I receive upgrades from my intuition in terms of what I need to teach you to create multiplication of your income through this course. And so there is 4 things that I'm going to be teaching you. The first thing, and many of them are totally brand new, something like literally even within last week, I received an experience, a life experience that has taught me a lesson that I'm going to be teaching you. And I've never taught this before. So first thing that I'm going to teach you how to build rock solid confidence in yourself and your business and multiply your income with joy and ease. The first lesson is going to be how to turn your inner critic into your inner cheerleader. You can do this in 4 weeks or less, and I'm going to teach you this within 1 hour. It's going to be so phenomenal. It's like the quickest possible way. For me, it took me 3 months. I can teach you in 4 weeks or less. If you just show up and implement, you can turn your inner critic into inner cheerleader in 4 weeks or less. Also, you will receive my signature toolbox, how to catch your inner critic super quick and eliminate in 5 minutes, so that it doesn't stop you from attracting clients and money. You go like a rock star. The second thing I'm going to teach you is how to identify and transform confidence blocks. So every single one of us has blind spots that stop us from creating our most confident self, okay? And so when I talk about these blind spots, there is some deep-rooted fears or beliefs. Like, for instance, one of my clients lately, she's been dealing with a fear of, I'm afraid that I will not be enough for my clients. So that fear was stopping her from playing full out, launching her new courses and earning more money. And another one that might stop you from growing to next level in your business is a fear of burnout, right? So a fear that when you go more successful, you're going to sacrifice your well-being in the process. Another one is fear of outshining other people. So when you become too confident and too successful, you might leave some people behind, or you might, come out of certain relationships. And these are unconscious blocks that we have, but we don't know. And they tend to stop us from creating our most confident version of ourselves, embody it, and also our next level identity. There's also a couple of other blocks, but I will tell you that inside the course that I haven't mentioned here, and they are like, mind-blowing. Now, what I will do inside lesson 2 of our course is help you identify these blocks, become aware, and also I will give you my signature tool to change those fears or those deep-rooted beliefs into what serves you in 15 minutes or less. The third thing that I'm going to teach you is how to become your most confident, self-expressed, bold, empowered version of you in days, not weeks or months. So we're going to design identity of your most confident, empowered, self-expressed business owner self that is literally going like a rocket and being your best friend, loving yourself to success, and you're achieving your goals super quick and easy. Now, inside this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you embodiment techniques that I've never taught before on how you can embody your new identity in days, not weeks or months. And because in session 2, we remove the blocks, you're going to be able to embody it within 4 weeks or less. Like, it's going to be amazing. And then last but not least, and this is a beautiful lesson that so many entrepreneurs need and they don't know how to be confident in your business results, like how to train your mind or program your mind to give you ideas for the amount of money you want consistently. If, let's say, one of your strategies that normally you use didn't produce the results that you wanted. This, for me, creates rock solid confidence in your business and your business results, no matter what's happening on the outside. And it's just so life-changing. When you learn what I'm going to teach you, you will be unshakable. Even if, let's say, one of the strategies that you expected didn't bring you the results that you were hoping for, you're still going to be able to tap into intuitive money-generating ideas, client-generating ideas to give you the income you want for that month. And imagine how much more money you're going to make and how many more clients you're going to attract. It's going to be life-changing. So we are starting tomorrow, 6 p.m. Irish, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be teaching for 4 weeks, and then we're going to have 5th week of bonus, and you will be able to participate live. This is the only time you can do it live with me. Pick my brains, embody successfully, so that within 4 weeks, we redesign you into your most confident version of you that is just a powerhouse, like powerhouse, and you multiply income and client attraction. I just know it. It's going to be phenomenal. Now, if you would love to participate in this, today is the day. We only have few spots left on early bird offer, which is $997, and after that, it's going to go into $1997. And for that price, you're receiving full 4 weeks of teaching with me live, being able to ask me questions, and the 5th week of bonus. But also you will receive this course for life. You will be able to watch and rewatch and keep multiplying for the rest of your life. So if you would love to join us and grab one of these early bird spots, make sure you check the links in the description of this video. We have 2 links here. The first one is just leading you to a quick checkout where you can purchase the ticket. And the second one is giving you full description about the course, what's inside, what it's gonna look like. So I am so excited, guys, for those of you that have already joined, because so many of you already joined us, and every single one of you that is joining us today. Make sure that you grab your ticket today, because I know these few early bird spots will go today. So just click the link, join us. It's going to be the best investment you will ever make in yourself and your business. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Irish, 1 p.m. Eastern.